G'day and welcome to the breakdown. This week we're going to have a look at the top three teams and what they're doing different in attack to everyone else. We're seeing a lot of very structured attacking play except for these three teams. Firstly, let's take a look at Jonathan Thurston's Cowboys and what they're doing different, particularly on last plays. Let's roll the footage and have a look at what they're bringing to the table. Roll here. If we look at Jonathan Thurston looking ahead, last play, he sniffs opportunities. He knows players are expecting the kick. So as we roll the footage forward here, you see that he's made on the left side there. Gavin Cooper doesn't quite execute the way they wanted to then. But as we go forward, we'll start to watch. See, Jonathan Thurston sees this space here already. There's not too many of us left that can do that. But as we roll the footage forward, Gavin Cooper runs that tight line again and creates a lot of opportunity for the Cowboys, both out the front and out the back. 6 again here, but look at Jonathan Thurston where his eyes are. He's recognising this space already. As we roll the footage forward, this results in points. Hands along the line, very disappointing finish here by Brett Stewart. He's pretty disappointed. But again, it all goes back to him recognising space. Hand up. Look where he's looking now. He's looking in the backfield. Do I kick? Do I pass? You know what they're expecting. Roll the footage forward. They weren't quite expecting that. A try, an important try in the 78th minute. Watch his eyes here. I just want you to watch his eyes. Last play again. Sees an opportunity, goes all the way, Corey Parker sinks in on him, puts Ethan Lowe through. As we have a look at the overhead footage here, it's even better. I love it. Watch this. Goes to the line. Everyone's expecting the kick. That's one key play. The Cowboys are scoring a lot of points on last plays, and it's not down to Jonathan Thurston just kicking. It's what he's recognising in the backfield. Now moving to the Roosters, they've been recognised in attack for their power play over the last 2 years. Trent Robinson is evolving them past it. They're a little bit messy with it at the moment, but let's have a look at what they're trying to exploit. We saw a lot of it against the Warriors on the weekend. They're getting the ball to the edges to key players really quickly. Why wouldn't you with this guy down there, Blake Ferguson, absolutely dynamite, and on the other side, Michael Jennings. As we hold the footage here, look what their halves have seen. That's the winger there. You've got Michael Jennings and Tupou out there. Why not get the ball to them? Have a look. This play started on the 45, the 25. Roll the footage. This is a 45-metre play. Down the park. Play 2, as you'll notice here. Everyone being alert and aware. That's a pretty good yardage play. Most teams would be expecting them to hit the ball up there. The other thing they're bringing to the game at the moment is that. The offload. Look at the way that everyone's responding to when they see that. Oh, I don't know if James Maloney could quite see Michael Jennings there. He might be slightly disappointed. But have a look at the way that they're all getting excited after that offload's happening. Players here coming into screen. They're starting to get a grip of it. The next 6-7 weeks, you'll see that come to the fore. This time, Kane Evans, I love this. Look, holds this player off. He has to, with the player pushing into here, Bodine Thompson holds off, roll the footage forward, so he gets a 2-on-1, allows an offload. Again, we're still a little messy here. Players pushing around. They'll get better at this, but you can tell that they're practicing it. I love this. Short ball, followed by another short ball. Players pushing up around. This is very hard to defend, very sapping for defences when you have this type of play. Again, their execution will improve, but when you've got guys and get the ball to the guys like this on the edge, it's very dangerous. Let's watch this again. Close support allows the offload, holds the defender off. And again, what you have is these guys scrambling around. It starts to break defensive structures down. There's a little bit of footage here as we roll forward that I think is fantastic. As we see some opportunity on the edge early in the set, third play. Blake Ferguson gets put in the clear on a yardage set. Again, the oppositions aren't expecting that. I think he probably could have gone off his right there. I want you to now look at here. Mitch Pearce is in front of Isaac Liu. So when as a defender, you're not even worrying about him supporting. As we roll the footage forward, I love this play. The subtlety of it. Mitch Pearce pushes hard into the hole. I don't know if they'd like the end of this. We've got players showing up in support. There's no way they can't score there, surely. Well, they somehow didn't quite get there. But again, some really, really exciting play from the Roosters. And again, getting the ball to key men on the edges, coming out of their own territory, resulting in tries. The Roosters have some very, very potent attacking weapons, and it's all starting to come together. Trent Robinson's changed the way they played. It'll take a little while to settle. Last, but certainly not least, the team doing it better than anyone else at the moment, sitting on top of the ladder, is the Broncos. I want you to have a look at the petrol they're taking out of their oppositions with the way they're playing. Let's roll the footage. I'll show you some stuff. Then we're just going to let it roll so you can get a really good feel for it. The offloads. Here, there's already been one player involved in this tackle. Way you go again. There's two in this. And to the side, another three involved in that. That's 6 players on one play defensively involved. So if we roll to the next play, this has an accumulative effect. I keep saying that word, but here they've engaged all these defenders here, but then again, right at the back end, as we pause the footage, there's 3 more involved. So in 2 plays, 9 guys have had to execute tackles. That starts to mount up over a period of time. The Broncos, let's roll the footage, are doing this over a sustained period. They're not flukes, and they're also expecting offloads to come. Watch this. Everyone engaged. They know Corey Parker's going to offload. So look at all these guys here. They're expecting the ball to be passed to them. Roll the footage along. And again, it starts to break down this defence. I don't know, the structures that they normally run have all been pulled apart because they're not getting what they expect from the opposition. The Broncos are doing this so well at the moment. And after an offload flurry, they invariably shift the ball to the edge through their more structured type play, but they don't know where it's going to end up. So the opposition have been asked a lot of questions. Again, offload. Expect the offload straight back into them. There's no time for recovery. And if we're right here, they'll have a shift set up. Corey Parker plays right into the line here, and guess what? Gets another offload. Look at that. Ball shifted, everyone ready to go. This is why they sit on top of the ladder. They're not doing this again as by fluke. They're doing it by constructed play. Wayne Bennett did this in the early 90s, to be honest with you. And look at what they're doing to the Bulldogs here. Again, got a little bit of structure set up there. No one panics. They know what's going on here. And what happens, the Bulldogs have been torn apart, and all of a sudden, oh, that looks like a simple try. But again, that is the accumulation of what's happened before. Against the last week, you'll see here against the Tigers, again, a lot of offloading, wearing teams down. Anthony Milford, very hard to handle in those circumstances. Here we go, the power walker, as we like to call him, hitting players running short off him instead of playing out the back all the time. An offload, players not surprised by what's going on, and guess what? As soon as they get an offload, the ball gets shifted to the edge there. They do get 6 again, but again, it's pretty much, there's a system of play. After offloads, they shift the ball, and it allows them, particularly their key players, to start running amok, get the ball to the edge. Again, it seems like a walkover try, seems very simple, but again, it's been on the back of what's happened before. Have a look at these last couple of plays. Does show they do have structured play. Milford, beautiful inside ball. So they do have some structured play to go with their ad-lib play. Players coming from everywhere, and probably this last try, it speaks for itself. Watch the amount of Broncos players that show up continually. You've got attacking players on the way. More out here, flying through. How many times can one player be missed? But those guys could be sitting back there watching their teammates. They're all pushing up. That's why they're on top of the competition. More teams need to embrace this style of play. We love this ad-lib attacking style.